Brinos? Welcome back to another video. Today we're on Minecraft Java Edition. That's right. I'm finally off mobile and I got it for my birthday, which was recently. And yeah. You can see I'm watching Dream's latest video, which is Peak, by the way. Like, oh my gosh, I love Dream. And yeah, after adjusting my settings, loading up the world, which I just named New First Java World. Like, I'm basic, guys. Anyways, this is gonna be survival. I debated making it hardcore, but I decided it's best not to. Cause yeah, I'm not the greatest at survival. But anyways, yeah, soon enough I just settled for a regular, normal difficulty survival world. And while I watched Dream absolutely cook in the nether, I wish I had skills like that. Hopefully I'll survive at least for a bit in this world, I thought. But like, um, yeah, I tend to try to go into caves way too early on and end up dying like 1,000 times and lose my stuff eventually and then just give up. That's what happens in most of my worlds on Bedrock. But then again, the skeletons on Bedrock, man, they're just vile. But anyways, I loaded in a beautiful spot. I mean, there wasn't much there. I didn't even see trees, and it took me a while to load in because I mean, this is my first time playing Minecraft on my computer, guys. Just don't forget that. Yeah, but I messed around with my render distance so that I could see stuff, and then I headed towards the nearest tree so that I could get some wood. Obviously, this is the most basic thing you can do in Minecraft. There was also a sheep nearby, so I killed it, because beds are also very necessary in survival, as we know. So, after a little bit of struggling, I killed the sheep, saved its mutton as well, and headed back to the tree, which I was going to mine. I'm still getting used to controls, by the way, so I'm sorry if I look like an absolute noob. Yeah. Anyways, soon enough, I started breaking that tree, and for some reason, I got distracted here. Started mixing with my skin. At, at the time of editing, I found a nice skin. You'll see it in my future videos. And yeah. Anyways, I soon started beating up the sheep with a sunflower. I know, cruel, but after that, I had 2 pieces of wool, which is pretty close to making a bed. And then I headed to try to find some. Well, first I had to start crafting. And yes, I usually use crafting tutorials or the assistance on Bedrock, so I'm not very used to crafting. I'm sorry if I look absolutely bad at it. But soon enough I found the recipe for a crafting table, made one, placed it down, and this is the beginning of many great things. I made some more planks, and then made some dye, so that I could dye these pieces of wool that I found to make a bed later on. Because if you didn't know, if you have 2 different colors of wool, you cannot make a bed. Because there's a multicolored beds in Minecraft. Here, Dream was making a clutch, so I was kind of distracted, but I got another sunflower for my other piece of wool once I got it. Made a dye, and yeah, went on my way. Now, of course, one of the biggest things I needed to find is a place for my base. Because I have big plans for this world, guys. It's going to be like a let's play, although I'll play a lot off camera because I love Minecraft, guys. And yeah, I'm going to be making progress reports to you guys every now and then, showing you what I've done. This is just the first episode, and yeah. Soon enough, I decided to get more wood. Because why not? Always wood is a good thing. And I also needed numerous things at this point, like making a bed and a chest, probably in the future. So, anyways, I also got some sticks from the tree, and then I used planks to make a pickaxe. Yeah, guys, I'm not that dumb. At least know the recipe for a pickaxe. And then I headed off with my crafting table, getting some dirt. Well, I just was digging down because I was trying to get stone so we could make a furnace and stone tools. Just starting of everything good, you know. I made the Advanced Stone Age, as you can see, because I made a completely new account for this. My other account was like under a different Microsoft account and everything. So, yeah, I'm gonna be making every new batch completely for the first time again. Just sick. But anyways, soon enough I got 10 pieces of stone and accidentally dropped my pickaxe because I don't know the controls very well. Then I saw apple, which is I I low-key forgot that apples even spawn from trees. And as you could see, I was lagging quite a bit here, but not my fault, man. Oh my gosh. I'm just messing around a lot in this video, I'm not gonna lie. Later videos you'll see me improving, hopefully. But my biggest pet peeve in Minecraft is not organizing my inventory right. So that's what you see me doing a lot throughout the series. So yeah, this is a bigger episode. Probably the rest will be like 10ish minutes. But here I discovered that a cherry biome was right nearby, which is just peak. And like, who doesn't like a cherry biome? I always dreamed of making a house in cherry biome before, but on Bedrock I wasn't very lucky with that. So, anyways, I made my way towards this mountain in hopes that it would be a nice big biome so that I could make a house in it. I'll give you a hint, it was. Anyways, soon enough I found out that there was a waterfall nearby in the front, so I could also use that to get up there. And I ate my apple so I wasn't gonna get hungry or anything. Yeah, seems like a pretty good start. And once I skipped an ad, I continued on my way, despite being very laggy. Um, I made it up the waterfall, at least most of the way, and then just walked the rest of the way up the mountain so I could get to this cherry blossom biome. Cherry blossom biomes are actually really cool, and I think they're one of the most aesthetic biomes in all of Minecraft, other than flower fields and mangrove swamps. Here, there's a bunch of sheep, though, which is just so weird to see, because in Bedrock, sheep never spawn, man. They're like as endangered as chicken jockeys. But I quickly just killed one and then headed off to find somewhere where I could build a base. First of all, I had to take some of this beautiful wood that was here, but soon enough, I was headed. Anyways, after taking down this most of this beautiful tree, I headed to go open up a little dwarf cave inside of this nicely placed mountain. Cause I mean, who doesn't like dwarf caves? I don't know why I'm wording it like that, guys. But anyways, my goal of this episode was to get at least a bed, which is achievable. um, but soon enough, I was placing stuff down. And started to craft stuff, because why not? Yeah, here I completely forgot how to craft sticks, by the way, so yeah. My fault, guys. It doesn't make sense, the crafting recipe, though. I swear it's different on Bedrock, guys. Like, why? Of course I had to use the journal, but why is it this? Like, why is it just 2 blocks? This doesn't even make sense to me. Anyways, I quickly used it to craft an axe, which I would need for cutting down more trees, as well as defending myself from zombies, other enemies. And then the rest of my sticks, I also made a pickaxe, I believe. No. Oh, actually, I made a furnace, which is valid. Um, I didn't have coal at the time, and I wouldn't for a while, unfortunately, though, so this furnace was pretty useless, if we're being honest. Anyways, with that, I was pretty much done, because all I had to do now was get my bed. Although I decided that since I was gonna rest tonight, I needed a door, and I quickly crafted oak one before realizing that since I'm gonna be living in the cherry biome, why not make everything cherry? Sounded like a good idea to me. Anyways, in that case, I soon enough made cherry door, and also placed it down at the entrance of my little cave. I don't know who doesn't use caves for their first day base, but if you do, you're kind of weird. It's like, come on, man. The best base, starter base anyway. I used the flowers I had gotten before to make some pink dye, and then put the wool in the crafting table with the dye to get some pink wool. I know, a pink bed, it's just mesmerizing. And to go along with the cherry biome aesthetic that I want to have later on, yeah, respect. But anyways, I also made the pink bed, and then mined out a little hole in the side of my house, which you'll see in a little bit. Placed my pink bed because it wasn't fitting next to the furnace and crafting table. I don't know why, but I had to make a little bit of bigger space to fit in the bed, and then I set my respawn point and hopped right out of there. Sunset was coming, and I was bored. Anyways, see you next time, guys. Peace out.